Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ryan. I've been teaching English for about 15 years now. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about one of the most controversial topics, which is spelling. Now, when was the last time you were trying to type something and you didn't use autocorrect? I think it's a historical question. Like for me, it was just this morning when I was trying to type something and I had to use the autocorrect on Microsoft Word for about 6 or 7 times. But what is it about spelling that makes it so challenging? Like we are never certain 100% how to spell some words. Let me give you some examples. How to spell vacuum, as in vacuum cleaner. Is it double C, W, double C, W, single C, single U? Like how is it? First off, I will give you a historical overview of English spelling, about Shakespeare, about Samuel Johnson, and how he set the standard for British way of spelling. Then I will talk about Noah Webster and how he separated the American spelling from the British one. Well, if history is not your cup of tea, don't worry about it. Just go down to the timestamp and skip that part. Then I will talk about the rules of American and British convention of spelling. And at the end of this video, I'll just tell you how you can get a comprehensive list of words, British and American way of spelling. Let's begin with a little bit of history. Prior to the 18th century, English spelling was inconsistent. William Shakespeare's first folios, for example, used spelling such as center and color as much as center and color. These differences became noticeable after the publishing of influential dictionaries. The spellings of British English words were cemented by Samuel Johnson in what is considered to be one of the most famous dictionaries in the world. It took Johnson and 6 helpers just over 8 years to curate the 40,000 words that appeared in a dictionary of the English language, which was published in 1755. British settlers introduced English language to what is modern-day America in the 17th century. Since then, the language has undergone big changes by the many waves of immigration to the US. In America, Noah Webster was struck by the inconsistencies of English spelling and the obstacles it presented to young and old learners, and resented that American classrooms were filled only with British textbooks. He wrote a compendious dictionary of the English language first printed in 1806 and popularized the American English spellings that were being used instead of the British English spellings of words, such as color instead of color. He then followed up the original dictionary in 1828 with his An American Dictionary of the English Language, which had over 70,000 words. As a spelling reformer, Webster preferred spellings that matched pronunciation better. While Samuel Johnson's dictionary was mostly literary, Webster added words from other fields like physics, chemistry, and biology to make it more comprehensive. And now let's go to the rules. Alright, let's take a look at these changes. As you can see over here, PH combinations that actually sound like fe are literally written with F. You can see sulfate, you can see sulfite, you can see sulfur, and they are written with F in the American convention of spelling. The words that have UGH that sound like fe or we, they are actually written with F and W, like draft changes to draft with F, and plow changes to plow with W. Y changes to I, like tire on a wheel, and jibe, so tire and jibe. OU combinations change to simply O, like mold. You can see double ME combinations can change to single M, like program. QUE combinations can change to CK, like check and checker, or checkers, the game of checker. They are written like this now. GE can change to G in some cases, like acknowledgement, GE in the middle. That E can be dropped, aging, or judgment. Now let's take a look at some rules. Rule number 1. OUR endings change to OR, like armor is ARMOUR in British, and in American it changes to ARMOR. And some very common words that you see and use on a daily basis, they are like behavior. You can see how they change color, demeanor, endeavor, favorite, flavor, glamour, harbor, honor, humor, labor, neighbor, odor, rigor, rumor, splendor, and vapor. As you can see in the American version, there is no U, so it's simply OR. Rule number 2, RE endings change to ER, like amphitheater, ending in TRE changes to amphitheater. Now, some of the very common words that you hear and see on a daily basis, they are like centimeter, center, fiber, kilometer, liter, meter, and theater. As you can see, in the American version, they end in ER, not RE. So RE is the British form. Rule number 3, OGUE endings change to OG, like analog changes to analog without UE. Dialogue, you can see how it is changed. Catalog, epilogue, monologue, prologue, and travelogue. As you can see in the American spelling, there is no UE at the end of the words. Rule number 4, L endings do not double in the US spellings. Cancelled has double L in British, but in American it's just single L. Some of the common words that you see and hear every day, they are like counselor, fueling, jeweler, jewelry, leveled, marvelous, modeling, woolen. So in the American ones, you can see single L, not double. Let's move to rule number 5. Rule number 5 pertains to AE and OE words that change to E simply. You can see encyclopedia, which has AE, but in American spelling it changes to E simply because it sounds like E. Diarrhea, this O over here is not pronounced, so in the American version it is dropped and you can see only E and A. You can see fetus, maneuver, anemia, gynecology, leukemia, paleontology, and pediatric. Let's move to rule number 6. ISE endings change to IZE. So you can see appetizer has S over here, but in the American spelling it has Z or Z. Authorize, capitalize, characterize, civilize, colonize, criticize. You can see how all of these have changed to ZE instead of SE. Why? Simply because they sound like Z, like appetizer, to make it easy to spell. Now you can follow the link to my Telegram channel in the description to download the comprehensive list of American and British spelling word list. My name is Ryan. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you very soon in the next video.